What are the important parameters of a diode to consider while choosing a diode for a particular application? The two important parameters to consider are peak inverse voltage PIV and maximum forward bias current that the diode can tolerate. Peak inverse voltage PIV is the maximum voltage that the diode is subjected to when the diode is reverse biased in that circuit. Whenever the diode is reverse biased, it acts as an open circuit. So, depending on the remaining circuit elements, some voltage drop appears across this reverse biased diode. We should see that in our circuit, the diode is subjected to a peak inverse voltage value less than that mentioned in the datasheet for the diode. Maximum forward bias current. For a given junction doping profile, its junction area, its geometry, it can allow only certain amount of current. If the current through the forward bias diode exceeds that certain limit, then the power dissipated in the diode, which is Vd into Id, may raise the junction temperature so much as it might damage the device. For a given diode geometry, its area of cross section, it can dissipate only some amount of power so that it is safe, so that the temperature does not rise heavily and the diode will not burn out. These two parameter values must be checked in the datasheet and check if the diode in your circuit is subjected to PIV and maximum forward bias current values less than those specified in the datasheet. If in your circuit, if your diode is experiencing more voltage value in the reverse bias than that mentioned against PIV in the datasheet and more forward bias current value than those mentioned in the datasheet, then your diode might damage permanently. If that is not satisfied, there are two options for you. Either you redesign your circuit by changing some other external component resistor values or changing the voltage source value or any other circuit component values so that these two conditions are met. Or you can also try replacing this diode with some other diode which has a higher rating value. Of course, its size will be more, it has more power dissipation capability, more PIV capability, its cost will be more, weight will be more. So you should do a trade-off between all these parameters.